No, more like I don't know. Because even goes emotion, no, but that man was sort of
Your
telling.
mic is mute. Godwin.
Welcome, Magnificent Daddy. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's like your background is a
I don't
little
mind
bit noisy.
I'll look for a
see,
quiet
nobody see
background
what the very man
soon.
Yeah,
Just give me
I don't mind.
few
looking for
seconds.
your
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. While we're waiting for Magnificent Ade to join us. Miko Sigu is also joining us very soon. We're just going to wait for them to join. Please exercise patience with us, please. If you're watching us live, please, if you're not yet subscribed to Complete Football Podcast, please do so now. And please share the link to your friends and loved ones. Let everyone join in the show live. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Welcome, Ajibode.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, nice one. We've just been waiting for you since we have been waiting for you, and we have our other guests have already joined us. So I think we should start now. We have a lot of people viewing the live broadcast now, so we should start now. So you can share the YouTube link to your friends on WhatsApp. What did you say?
I already shared to my status.
All right, that's nice. Nice, that's nice. Okay. Magnificent Adi, can you hear me? Is your background okay now? Magnificent Adi, is your background okay? The noise in your background. If you're not talking, please mute your mic. Michael, can mute your mic for now. All right, nice one. Okay, so we can just hear ourselves clearly. Magnificent Adi, if you can hear me, unmute your mic. Let's talk. Okay, if Magnificent Adi is not ready, Michael, let's start the show. Let's begin. All right, Michael, you can unmute your mic now. Let's talk. Let's talk about the trending stories in the football world for this weekend, for this week rather. We are hearing Chelsea are going for Anthony Gordon for 60 million pounds. Is that not ridiculous in your own rating? Is that not ridiculous, Michael?
Very, very ridiculous because I could remember, was it not last 2 months? That was June, if I could recall it, June. Tottenham were also going for Richarlison, if I'm correct. And they told
Yeah,
Tottenham he was not for sale. It's their boss. So Chelsea going for it now is like they are buying, they are doing panic buy. But I don't think Chelsea have a strategy for this. I don't think they have any strategy that they want to do this. They're just buying for buying sake, just to fill up spaces. Instead of going for the target that will add quality to their team and help them to improve better. So it's not a good player. The man is just the prospect, the future player. But that amount is too ridiculous for his price. He's still a player of 30, 40 million pounds for me.
I don't think 40 million pounds is this guy. Michael, can mute your mic.
As the England player, it's an English player. So you know English player they put price tag, ridiculous price tag on a player. That's I'm giving them that 40 million max. But it's not a 50 million player what. This is
Mute your
prospect
mic,
and what
Michael.
the other season.
Mute your mic. Michael, mute your mic. Let me talk. All right, well done. So I was saying, even the 40 million pounds is ridiculous in my own rating because this guy has not proven himself in the Premier League. I don't think he has played a full season for Everton. So what is Chelsea seeing in him that proposing a 60 million pounds bid for him. Can you tell us, Michael? Unmute your mic.
Yeah, like I said before, why the price tag is on him because he's an English player. I know EPL they do overrate on their players a lot, and it's a prospect. I say fine. The last season that passed, he had some good moments in the football. You understand me? So, but
Yeah,
being an English player, they put tag on players. Look at Jack Grealish. And we know he played for a long time at Aston Villa. But look at normally outside this, they are selling to an European club. They can't sell it more than 60, 70 million. But because it's an English team, they sell it overrated price. And that's what is doing in Man City now. Sitting on the bench, 100 million player sitting on the bench. When I seen a player that's from academy playing well, see for the academy player playing very well for them at Man City, benching 100 million player. Same thing goes to Gordon. He's a good player, a future player. It can be worth more than that one in the future. But for now, because an English player, they are putting that price tag on it. That's why I said, being an English player, I'll go for at least maximum of 40. But normally, if I'm to buy it, I can't buy more than 30, 35 million pounds. That is my take on it.
all right, mute your mic. Thank you. Magnificent Ade, can you hear us? Magnificent Ade, are you hearing us? Magnificent Ade, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now better now. Can you hear us clearly?
Yes, I can hear you clearly now.
All right, we were just talking about your club, Chelsea. They are going for Anthony Gordon for 50 million pounds. Don't you think it's overpriced? Don't you think it's over the board? What's your take?
Well, to me, there's nothing surprising about this lad. He's a spectacular player, a fantastic player, a young prospect. He has been scouted for like 2 seasons ago. I could remember with when Frank Lampard was Chelsea manager. You know, Chelsea eye has been on this board like before. So his development has been fantastic. You know, he's a kind of player that can play like Mason Mount, which we had before. He can move the ball from the left wing to the right wing. You need someone who can, you know, create that can take on players 1v1 and that can shoot when necessary. I don't think his price tag should be a problem because these days we know how the market goes. If a club doesn't want to release a player for the other clubs, you know, the club will try to keep his player at all costs. And I feel Chelsea doing this business for 60 million is not a bad thing. Considering Manchester City bought Manchester United bought Harry Maguire seasons ago for a huge price, and you know you can see how it is. And if we see about Gordon is a future prospect. Gordon can later be sold to the likes of Real Madrid, Manchester City for a higher price. Although it might be a black business, I mean, in the case that he might come to Chelsea and you know, with the likes of Lukaku, the likes of Kai Havertz, and you know, the likes of Hakim Ziyech not living up to expectation. So what people are thinking is Gordon. Gordon can be another flash in the past, which I don't believe. I think we need someone who can challenge Mason Mount for his position. Mason Mount has been too relaxed in the past few days, which has not been great for Chelsea as a whole. I think Gordon business, I support and I accept the transfer fee. For me, I'll be splashing the cash. Thank you.
I'm staying with you, Magnificent Ade. I just want to know what is giving you that confidence that a 60 million pounds Anthony Gordon will excel at Chelsea, seeing that he has not even been, he's not a proven Premier League player. He has not played a full season in the Premier League. He has proven that he's a goal scoring merchant. He's not showed at Everton that he can score goals. So what is giving you the hope and the confidence that he's going to shine at Chelsea? Please let us know.
Godwin, we saw what Gallagher did in Crystal Palace last season.
Yeah.
We saw what he did. Gallagher has never been tested at the highest level. We saw what these young lads can do. We saw what we are seeing what Phil Foden of Man City can do. It depends on where he grows. You know, at this stage, he needs to play a top team. He needs to play with the big boys, Champions League football. You know, he needs this effect to develop. We don't know for sure if it's going to be a flop, which I hope is not going to be a flop, because the way he plays, we need someone who can create. That is what we lack in our team now. Our creative players are finding it extremely difficult to adapt to Tuchel's formation. And looking at Godos, is a swift player like Mason Mount. You know, Mason Mount can cut in from the midfield. He can go to the flank, from the left flank to the right flank. So looking at the way Godos play, you don't necessarily need to score 20 goals in the Premier League before you can actually sparkle up. It was almost his first season in Everton, but believe me or not, they've been looking at this guy since his academy level. He doesn't just come from heaven. He doesn't just fall from heaven. He came from a prospective academy, and which Chelsea have been eyeing this guy. Like you can see, most of our signings have been under 20 or 21 for the past few weeks now. We've been signing young players. I think bringing Gordon is a good business to us. For surely, we don't know if it's going to be a flop, but I doubt it's going to be a flop because he's a player which we need. We need a creative player. The likes of Pulisic, Akin Ziyech is leaving, and this guy is leaving. We are not panic buying. I want you to know we are not panic buying. If we wanted to panic buy, we'll be looking at the big boys. We are now looking at a young prospect, not a already made star. Gordons, believe me or not, Gordons will make it at Chelsea. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Magnificent Ade. Now going to Michael. On that story that has been making the rounds in the news in the football world this week, Michael, you can unmute your mic. Is Aubameyang going to Chelsea? What do you think about the deal?
Okay. Please, if you permit me, can you just give me 30 seconds, 40 seconds to summarize on Gordon aspect, if you don't mind.
All right. Go on.
Okay. Finally, on Gordon, my take. He has not been capped by any nationality. Look at a player like Pedro Neto that wants to spend 50 million pounds. Even as he tried to slash it down, he's already played Portuguese already. And you are calling a player that's under 21, 60 million pounds player. How do you know he will improve? Someone that may not be called to the national team. We don't know yet. So to me, I believe the buy of it should be lesser than that. It's too much for his price tag. And that's it's common mostly in England. They overrate their player. And that is killing football nowadays now. Thank you. So concerning Aubameyang, he's a very good player. At least he was once our captain in Arsenal, and I love him so much because it was critical for us in 2020 season when we were at a low moment. And what I'll just say is that it will be a good signing for Chelsea, but my question is, will it fit into Chelsea's pattern? That's my own question. Will it fit into Chelsea's pattern? Because I know Tuchel was managing at Dortmund before. And you can look at the player of Dortmund and their style of play with Chelsea is totally different from each other. He's trying to blend them to Dortmund pattern. But you can see that when they came to Chelsea, Lukaku could not thrive. When they came to Chelsea with Tuchel, who could not thrive. So will Aubameyang be able to thrive with Chelsea's squad? That is unknown person, we don't know yet. But apart from that, he's a very good player and to be a good addition to Chelsea.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. Magnificent, what's your take? Aubameyang to Chelsea. Do you think he's going to solve your attacking solutions, your attacking problems? I mean, is it going to be a solution to your attacking problem?
Yeah, please. Before I go on, I want to tackle Michael Ajibade on this. When talking about him being under 21 player, that's Gordon. I want you to remember that there was a particular time Bayern Munich was placing 50 million pounds bid on Hakim Odoi. Austin Odoi, rather, sorry. There was a time Bayern Munich was placing that amount of money on him, and that was like 2 seasons ago. So you can tell how 50 million was huge then for Odoi. And I could remember Mbappe then, how much he was sold for. I could remember several players, aside from this guy being an England boy, they have been scouting this guy for a long time. Before Chelsea can come out and say, we want to buy this player, that means there's a particular scout going on for a few seasons ago. They've been scouting him since when he was younger, when he was playing so well. If you can watch this guy replay, this boy replay, you will see that in this boy replay, most of his video, he likes to take on defenders. He likes to run. the only person we have that runs with the ball now is Sterling, and nobody's complimenting Sterling's effort. So we need someone who can, go toe to toe with him. I read about Sir Maximan, but Newcastle would never release Sir Maximan. We heard about Zaha. Crystal Palace will never release Zaha to us. We know they will never release. And if they are to release him, he's on 1 year contract left. They are going to, inflate the price for us. So going forward, we prefer a younger person who can still work and who can say, and mind you, this boy wants to go to the World Cup. He's ready to give what it takes to go to the World Cup. So he's ready to play well to go to the World Cup. In Aubameyang, I think Aubameyang will improve our team. Why? Because he has worked with Tuchel. He has worked with Tuchel several times. Tuchel said it. He said he likes him, and Tuchel likes something about a striker. He likes a striker who can play from the wing, can play from the midfield. That is why he's saying he doesn't necessarily need a 9, but he wants someone who is flexible enough to be able to read the game. For Aubameyang, I think he has played with him. He has played under this same formation. I think it will not be a problem for Aubameyang to gel. And he's a big player. He has played for Arsenal. We saw his figures when he was in Arsenal. Aubameyang is a great player. No doubt Aubameyang is going to flourish in Chelsea. Thank you. You mute your mic, Godwin. You can unmute your mic.
Sorry, Michael, do you have anything to say concerning what Magnificent just said? You don't have anything to say about what you just said, Michael?
Okay. Concerning Gordon or Aubameyang, okay, let me say concerning Gordon. I understand this. I'm trying to get this point by saying he's a young player. I agree he's a good player, but buying a player that, as you said, doesn't have up to season with Everton, and he just came to limelight. And look, okay, imagine they are selling £60 million. That means because you can't rate him over the player such like Zaha, Foden, even Pedro Neto, even Saka. You can't rate him above them, and they can't sell. They want to sell Pedro Neto £50 million. That means if you look at it directly, now with an English player, they will sell Pedro Neto close to that because he's playing for his country already. So what I'm not saying he's not a good player. He's a very good player. He's a young prospect. He can even go gunning for something good in the near future. But for now, what I'm saying is that because the Chelsea needs some players, they can add money to it. Look at Arsenal, for example. Now, if it was Chelsea they want to sell those players for, they will sell more than them because they need players. They know that their owner now add money to splash. That's why they are giving them premium price for their players. That's my own take. Not that he's not a good player, but the 60 million tag is heavy for him. I pray it should not affect him when they buy him. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much. We'll move to the next trending topic for the day. We've seen the Carabao Cup draw yesterday. So and we saw that Chelsea are going to be facing Man City at the Etihad. It's going to be a big one there. So let me start with you, Magnificent. You're a Chelsea fan. Do you think Chelsea can come out on top of this clash? Can come out on top out of this clash? How do you see the clash going on?
I think why saying this, we need to look at the squad and the depth, and most times when Chelsea meet Man City in a cup competition during the knockout stages like this, Chelsea has edge advantage over Man City. I won't say because of our current form we won't bounce back. We still have stretch of weeks before the match will be played. So I feel we have strong advantage over Man City right now because Guardiola is not looking for anything much more domestic this season. According to his press conference, he's looking to win the Champions League. And this competition will be, will come in time of when Champions League is, kicking off. So I believe we have an edge over Man City. Looking at our form, our current form is kind of bad. We have issues here and there. We have players who are unhappy, players who are unsettled. But we can leave that at the past. If our big boys are fit, guys like Kovacic and N'Golo Kante, I believe Man City has no chance against us. Since Tuchel came, Man City has been struggling to beat Chelsea. I could remember the season we won Champions League, we had to do a double over Guardiola. We did it in the league and we did it in a cup game, and we also did it in Champions League. So we beat Guardiola 3 times while we drew once, which is a good result. And then last season, Guardiola managed to beat us 1-0 at the Etihad Stadium. If I can remember, are you there with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
listening.
Guardiola managed, Guardiola is always finding Tuchel stubborn. He has his key code. Let me say that. So I think it will be a game of tactical. So the best tactician will win the game. So I believe Chelsea will edge in this round of draws. I believe that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Before I go on to you, Michael, to get your thoughts on that. Somebody just commented, Olamide Olalikon, Gordon for that amount is ridiculous. He said, Gordon for that amount is ridiculous. Just like Michael have said, and I've said also, I think the guy is also saying Gordon is overpriced for that amount. So let me go to Michael now. I think Michael, we've lost Michael. Let me try to send the link back to him. I think we've lost Michael. All right, are you with me,
Yes,
Magnificent? Are
I'm
you?
with you.
All right.
Yes.
Olamide Olalekan has commented again. He said, "Brilliant, Magnificent Ade. It is a cup game. No one should write Chelsea off. Just like what you've said. He said it's a cup game. No one should write Chelsea off. Please, if you are watching and you're not yet subscribed to Complete Football Podcast, please do so. We bring you mouth-watering football content every week. We bring you betting tips, bring you match reaction, post-match reactions, and we'll give you previews for the EPL and La Liga games. So let's continue. Let's just move on to the next topic while we wait for Michael to come on board. Are
Okay.
Liverpool really missing Sadio Mane in the attack? Are Liverpool really missing Sadio Mane in the attack? Let me hear your
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah, I think Liverpool are missing Sadio Mane, but let's not forget the major problem about Liverpool now is not the attack. The major problem they are having now is the defense. Coupled with their midfield, they are suffering for for me they are suffering for the pressure for last season. Watching the I think the 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 first game of the season, was it the cup they played? They are feeling fatigue. You can see the way they play in that game. They played fantastically good, but after that game, they've been doubtful. The likes of Fabinho had injury. They had Keita who was injured. They had the rest of the guys who are Thiago out of the season. So although they miss money, but I would say it's because of money they are giving out points. I think right now it's their trying period, and club needs to look for a befitting midfielder. Uh, they need a befitting midfielder. They need a four to complement. And we can now appreciate the workload on this guy Matip. We can now see that without Matip, Van Dijk will be struggling. As you can see, Van Dijk has been struggling. Obviously, Van Dijk has been struggling to cope without Matip. So I think their squad just need a little bit of comeback from injury, and the fatigue in them. They need to settle in. Not only about Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane is a big player. Yes, they're missing, but that doesn't change the results why they are losing. If you watch a couple of their matches, they are conceding goals, which they don't easily give away. Last season, they were not really conceding. I could categorically say it, but this season they are conceding, and they are not really finding it hard to score. They can score, but the big boys like Luis Diaz are coming to the party. Salah is coming to the party. Some people are saying Salah is a bit isolated, but we know Salah at times he starts slow. Then at the middle of the season he picks up again. That's Salah who we know. But at the same time, I wouldn't want us to write off Liverpool. It's just a trying period, you know. Everybody are facing it. As you can see, Man City had to draw uh, with uh, with Newcastle last week. So I don't believe Liverpool are out of the game, and I don't believe Sadio Mane is a big concern for them, because you know they've got Nunes, they've got Luis Diaz. You know, these guys can do magic as well. Don't let us write them off. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Don't let us write Liverpool off. That is from Magnificent Ade. All right. I think we are still waiting for Michael to come up. I think he's having problem with his network. So we just go into the preview of the games. The Premier League game. We are going to start with the Premier League games before we go to La Liga. Magnificent Ade. Southampton versus Man United. Who is your money on?
Southampton, Manchester United. I'll put all my bet on Manchester United, because you know I was so impressed the way they played against Liverpool. You know, Man U has started to look like the real Manchester United we know, and with Casemiro joining in, that's a complete that's a complete game for them. I tip Manchester United to win by 2-0. Thank you.
2-0 for Magnificent at the Manchester United to win by 2-0. All right, we move to the next game. Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Remember, Bournemouth lost to Arsenal 3-0, while Liverpool lost to Man United in their previous game coming into this clash. So who's your money on?
I think I'll be putting my money on Liverpool to edge this one. You know, they are kind of thirsty and hungry for a win in the Premier League. They are struggling in the bottom three, which is unlikely like Liverpool after a few games. I believe Liverpool will hedge this with a good margin, and Salah is getting a goal. Thank you.
All right, Liverpool to edge this one. Please, if you're watching and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so now. Please, if you are watching and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, do so. Welcome back, Michael. Please,
thank you. I got an issue then. We were discussing about City Chelsea game when my network went off then.
Yeah. So what do you have to say about the clash?
Okay, the clash will be a very fierce one, because Chelsea are on a low moment and Man City have not really gathered themselves. Momentum is not yet there like as of last season. So if Chelsea can get their signing right and they can get themselves up before the match, which is next month towards the end of the month, then I'm seeing a tight match there, and it can go the other way around. You know, that kind of match you can't really forecast like this super person will win. Normally we see because they have Alan, they are defending champion. But one thing Magnificent said I remember very well was that Man City are looking onto Champions League, not onto Carabao Cup, which I believe will work in favor of Chelsea. Because they will have seen that they've won the Carabao Cup like 3 times in 4 years. They will not really go for it like that. So it's in the favor of Chelsea. I'm going for a slight 1-0 win to Chelsea. But it can still also turn to a penalty game shootout.
All right, a slight 1-0 win for Chelsea from Michael. Okay, that's bold. Michael, we started the preview of the Premier League games before you rejoined us. So we just concluded Southampton versus Man United. Who's your money on?
I'm going for Man U all the way, because the win against Liverpool was a statement win for them to boost their morale. Because winning against Liverpool will give them a much more confidence they can do it. So Southampton will just offer for the big win they had against Liverpool, and they will keep strolling on like that. So I'm seeing a Man U win against Southampton.
All right. What about Liverpool versus Bournemouth?
The game will be a slight one, but looking at the game between the Bournemouth Arsenal last weekend, you could see that second half they stepped up their game against Arsenal. I know Scott Parker, his pattern is to defend do a low block and attack you. So if Liverpool are not careful, because I remember the game against Liverpool Man U, you can see Van Dijk running from dribbling, pushing Mina to Sancho and the rest. If the same thing repeats again with the fast pacey player they have in Bournemouth, I'm seeing them hurting Liverpool. But I'll be going for a slight 2-1 win. It will be a tight one, because Liverpool will be hard to get over what happened to them against Man U. Too bad for them. But I'm seeing a slight 2-1 win to Liverpool, and it might also end in draw.
Right, all right. A slight 1-0 win for Liverpool, and it might also end in a draw for Michael Ajibogi. Okay, to the next game now. Man City versus Crystal Palace. Magnificent Adi, unmute your mic. Man City versus Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I think this is a straight smooth move for Man City. After the draw against Newcastle, Man City want to keep the want to keep up the title defense. This is a morale boost game for them. Guardiola won't want to draw or lose a game. After drawing from a game from previous game, he's going to lose another game. No, Guardiola is not a manager like that. It will be a statement for us. I think it will be a big margin. Crystal Palace, not writing them off, no disrespect. They're in high flying colors right now. You can see Luis Zaha is getting the goals for them. So I believe it's going to be a high press. Patrick Vieira he likes high pressing game, so it's gonna be an open game. But I believe at the end of the day, with the likes of Ellen Allen, De Bruyne, Man City is gonna hurt them a lot.
All right, Man City are going to hurt Crystal Palace. Mikey, are you also going the way of Magnificent Adi? Are you going to give in to Man City to win straight?
I'm not going to go for Man City straight win. Why? Because if I'm being partial, last season, I think Crystal Palace did a lot of hot on them. If I'm correct, Crystal Palace had 4 points or 6 points against City last season. So and I'm seeing Crystal Palace coming better because apart from Arsenal lost their first game, they haven't lost their last 2 games. They drew against Liverpool and they won last game. So if I'm to look at the game physically compared to last season, I'll be seeing another shocker this weekend against Man City because Patrick Vieira is not resting on his asses. Zaha is all firing up now. I think Zaha has like 2 goals or thereabout, 2 goals and 2 assists or thereabout. So I'm seeing a shocker coming up against Man City this weekend. But I can't really predict what they're going to play. And concerning Liverpool, I mentioned a 2-1 win, a slight 2-1 win. That's what I mentioned against Liverpool. Liverpool Bournemouth. No 1-1.
All right, thank you very much, Micah. Micah is predicting a shocking result in the Man City versus Crystal Palace game. Okay, let's see how that one pans out. The next game on my list now is Chelsea versus Leicester. Magnificent Adi, are you going for your club to win this one easily?
Why are you putting me on the fence, man? All right, with the way our squad is right now, I think a draw will suit us. I won't be partial. I'll be honest. Chelsea have not really become winning well because the middle of the park has been a major problem with leaving Jorginho without his without his proper cover up, Kovacic and Kante. It will be a bit difficult. Gallagher can't play from the midfield. Gallagher can only play from the wing. So and our coach trying to use some players in the wrong positions. I believe we can beat Leicester City because right now Leicester City too are not really in good form. They are not really in good form. They'll be struggling to grab the points. Even in their cup game, they had to play penalties to be able to go into the next round. I don't know whether they win the penalty or not, but they are still struggling as well. But don't write Leicester City off when it comes to big games like this. Chelsea know how to throw big games like this away. So I'll be saying either Leicester win or Chelsea draw. I'm sorry, Chelsea fans. I have to be honest.
All right, Magnificent Adi is not sure whether Chelsea can pull it through against Leicester. Mike, are you also saying that it's going to be a tough game for Chelsea?
Definitely be a tough game for Chelsea because looking at Chelsea last 3 games, apart from the Tottenham game that they step up a little bit. They step up because people were thinking Tottenham would the chance to beat them, but they step up and face Tottenham. So what I'm saying that man, let's look at Leicester last 3 games, even 4 games. They've been poor, they've been ups and downs, having good moments and bad moments. No, I don't think they've won any game this season starts. I think they've not won it. So Chelsea is on the back of a 3-0 defeat. And I'm sure they want to recuperate back on time. So I'm not going to go with Magnificent. I'm seeing a slight win from Chelsea, a 1-0 win or a 2-1 win for Chelsea.
All right, a 1-0 win or a 2-1 win for Chelsea from Michael. Okay, watching along, Olamide Olalekan just commented, said Crystal Palace business in the EPL is to hurt Manchester City. Lol. Okay, keep on keeping the comments coming. We'll be reading out your comments as we see them. The next game on our list here is Brentford versus Everton. Fulham, Brentford lost to Fulham in their last game, while Everton drew 1-1 against Nottingham Forest. Magnificent. Let me start with you.
I think I'm going for Brentford all day long. Brentford are going to do, let me say, a big one on Everton because, Everton has been struggling. They have been struggling to get results. I don't know what Frank Lampard is doing, but I believe, I hope he gets it right because, seeing Everton team shaking and they lost their one of their best players, Richarlison. Calvert-Lewin is out. They've been struggling at the middle of the park. Allen is out. They've been struggling. It's been Iwobi and the rest of the guys here. I've not seen Dakore. I don't know if Dakore is back. They've lost couples of players, and it's really hurting them. You can see Pickford struggling to cover the defense as well. The likes of Yerrick Mina are not putting up the cover. So I believe Brentford is a team that they have this high pressing and pace. The likes of Ivatoni, who can shoot from any position, is always ready for them. And I believe Brentford is going to do a big one on Everton if we are not careful. So I believe Brentford will edge the day at the end of the day.
All right, thank you very much, Magnificent Adi. Michael, what's your take? Brentford versus Everton.
Yeah, I'm going for Brentford. It's going to be a stroke for Brentford because you could see what Brentford have been doing for the past
It's
three
true.
for the past three games. I'm seeing it's true because Everton have not gathered themselves, and I'm seeing after this match, I'm seeing Everton's board looking at Lampard's CV to see if they will replace him very soon. Because it'll be a very big win for Brentford. I'm seeing a 3-1 win. A 3-1 win from Brentford.
Wow. A 3-1 win for Brentford from Michael. All right, let's go to the next game. Brighton versus Leeds United. This game is going to be very interesting. Both managers are so brilliant. I think this is a game that fans will be looking out to watch in this weekend. Magnificent, who are you sticking with?
Wow. After what Leeds did to Chelsea, I don't know if I should support Leeds or I should support the other team. This is a very tactical game, which it's a high-scoring game, no doubt. The two teams are high-pressing team, but with the Chelsea game that Leeds play, this is a high-boosting morale for Jesse March. The American coach who calls football soccer. When we lost to Leeds last week, I had some Chelsea fans saying, "How will Chelsea lose to a manager who calls football soccer?" It's kind of disrespectful in that way. So I believe Leeds will come to the party, but I can see a draw in this game, but it's gonna be a high-scoring match. Believe me, a high-scoring match. It is hard for me to pick, someone who will edge it, but I'll be giving Leeds the slight edge because their morale right now is kind of high because of the win against Chelsea. Thank you.
Okay, Michael, what's your take?
Matches. These weekend matches are so superb. Because I'm seeing Manchester Crystal Palace, Brighton, what else again? Brighton, Leeds.
Brighton versus Leeds.
Even the next game we're calling is also a tough match coming up too. But if I'm to see Brighton versus Leeds United, that match is a very tactical match because Graham Potter and Jesse March, they're a very good manager and they love attacking football a lot. Their pattern is almost alike. High pressing game and attacking football. If I'm to look at what they played last, Brighton, I think they beat Man U 2-0 thereabouts. I'm correct. And Leeds beat Chelsea 3-0. What I'm seeing in that game, I'm seeing a very tight match there. I'm seeing either a 1-1 draw. If they're going to play a draw, it won't be a high scoring draw. It'll be 1-1 draw or anybody win.
1-1 draw or anybody win from Michael. Okay, Michael, I'm going to start with you here. Arsenal versus Fulham. Who is the money on?
You remember I'm saying something that this match for this weekend are crackers. Because if you remember Fulham last 3 games now, they have been doing perfectly well. Drew against Liverpool, the first game 2-2, won the next 2 games. They're on 7 points, and Arsenal on 9 points. So, and if you look at it, there's also a London derby match, Arsenal versus Fulham, and they've been having these kind of matches together for a while. I remember a season that Arsenal Fulham they played the 4-4 match. That Arteta lost the penalty at the 96th minute. And I remember how past season two when Fulham came to the league, they were Arsenal first game. Arsenal beat them 3-0. It was Scott Parker then. So what I'm seeing in that match, I'm seeing a very tight game for Arsenal. This will test Arsenal mentality in this kind of game. But because Arsenal is at home, I'm going for a 2-0 win to Arsenal. I'm sorry Fulham, for this I'm going to go for Arsenal. 2-0 win for Fulham. For Arsenal, I mean.
2-0 win to Arsenal. Magnus, what is your take?
You see, Michael is finding it a bit difficult to put in the figures together. He's shaking because of Fulham is a team which are surprising people in this season. Let me say they are still doing their initial grad. They are still fresh from the championship. But I see Arsenal this season. Arsenal is a contender.
Arsenal is a contender, okay. So are you going for Arsenal win? Magnificent, are you with us? Magnificent, are you with us? Okay, I think he's going for an Arsenal win. The next game on our preview is Aston Villa versus West Ham. Michael, unmute your mic. Aston Villa versus West Ham.
West Ham have not won. They lost their 3 games. Aston Villa, so I don't think they've won any game. The match is going to be a tough game. And I'm seeing West Ham winning their first game in this kind of game. Because I don't think Gerrard is also gathering himself up. I think I remember I was complaining that there's no money to spend to buy players. And West Ham are buying players. So I'm seeing West Ham winning this game. But it will be a low-scoring game. I'm seeing West Ham winning this game.
All right, West Ham to win. Magnificent Ade, you're back. All right, who is your money on Aston Villa versus West Ham?
Aston Villa, West Ham. Wow, this is a big call. West Ham has been struggling for a while now, so I believe West Ham should be able to, hurt Aston Villa because Gerrard is getting his tactics is getting outdated, just like Frank Lampard. And West Ham are they are hungry, looking for a way out of this situation. I see West Ham to edge over Aston Villa in this game. Thank you.
All right, West Ham to win against Aston Villa. Before we go on, Olamide Olalekan is stripping with another comment. He said Arsenal all the way. All right, I think he's an Arsenal fan, so he's saying Arsenal all the way. All right, let's go to the next game. Wolves versus Newcastle. This is going to be a very tough game. Michael.
Yes, lang. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Clearly.
Okay, because I had to use earpiece because I was not hearing the voice very well. Yeah, lang against Eden Herb. It's going to be a cracker. It's going to be a tough match. Like I was saying, this weekend match are big matches. EPL has now turned to a league that you can't predict any game easily. They are mostly all big matches. Even the people come from vacation are tightening their belts. If I'm to look at it, I'm going for a Newcastle win because what they played against City. We discussed they have San Maxima, Karen Trippier, Bond, and the likes. Even majority is coming to limelight. So I'll be going for a tight win for Newcastle against your opponent. And I'm also seeing, and I was mentioning something about Lampard there. Magnificent as they said, Lampard and Gerrard need to look at their game plan very, because I think the sacking is knocking on their door. Thank you.
All right. Magnificent Ade, unmute your mic. Wolves versus Newcastle.
Wolves versus Newcastle. Newcastle all the way. Seeing what Newcastle is playing. See Aubameyang. Newcastle are now the beast of England. I'm seeing the money they threw on this their new signing. Newcastle are not here for jokes. They say they want the Champions League football, and we are seeing glimpses already. If not this season, I'm sure next season they should be competing with the big boys up there. So I'm tipping Newcastle to win all the way. Not a slight win, maybe 2-0, 3-1 win. I think Newcastle will take the day. Thank you.
Newcastle to take the day. All right. The final game for the EPL is Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham. Tottenham won last weekend against Wolves, while Everton and Nottingham Forest drew 1-1. So who's your money on, Michael?
I won't be biased because Tottenham are my noisy neighbors, like I said. I won't be biased. But of course, Nottingham Forest made, if I'm correct, 16 summer signing. They broke world record, 16 signing in a season. That is a bench and a full squad. So, but sorry, Nottingham Forest, this game is for the big boys. I'm seeing Tottenham coming up. Conte wants to make statements. I'm seeing them winning a 2-1 win. And it's possibly, you say our boy is scoring. Taiwo is having a good game also to scoring in that match. I'm seeing a 2-1 win. And concerning, if I'm correct, I think Newcastle just submitted a 70 million bid for a player recently, if I'm correct. Maybe you've signed him or not. So I'm seeing Newcastle doing wonders this season. They may not go for top 4, but I'm seeing them pushing for the top 7 this season.
Yeah, Newcastle are in for Alexander Isak from Real Sociedad. Yeah, you're correct. Magnificent today. Who's the money on Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham?
Wow. I'm rooting for my boy Taiwo Awuni. He's from our part of the country. I'm rooting for him. I think Tottenham have not really been convincing. I think Conte his tactics is not yet up to speed. I'm seeing a shocker in this game. This is a eye-cracking game. I'm seeing a shocker. The likes of Min Song have not really been given the way he gave last season. The right is just Harry Kane that is just stepping out. Harry Kane grabbing the goals, and Kulusevski. Sorry, permit me to say that. The likes of Song is not really in the party. I'm seeing a shocker in this one. Nottingham Forest might just sweep us off our feet in this one. So I'll be rooting for a draw or a slight win from Nottingham Forest. It's a tricky one though, but I'll be putting my money on Nottingham Forest. Thank you.
All right. Magnificent today is going to go for Nottingham Forest to win slightly against Tottenham. I would like to see how that one pans out in the weekend. We'll go to the La Liga games. We're going to start with Girona versus Celta Vigo. Girona won against Getafe last weekend, while Celta Vigo lost to Real Madrid last weekend. Michael, who is the money on Girona versus Celta Vigo?
This kind of game, I'll be going for straight up Celta Vigo. I'll be going for them to take the day slightly by a 1-0 win, because that match will be a very tough game. But I'm seeing Celta Vigo stepping up that game and proving their worth. I'm coming on top by a 1-0 win, a 1-0 margin win.
1-0 margin win from Michael for Celta Vigo. Magnificent, are you also supporting Michael? What is your take?
I think this one I see a draw. It's gonna be a 1-1 or goalless draw. And right now, Celta Vigo is still trying to struggle. They are struggling getting the goals into the net. So I won't be surprised if Girona too can make a shock, get a result out of Celta Vigo, either 1 point or either the point split or someone carry the day. But I'll be tripping. I would say Girona would want to shock us with this game. It's a tricky one though, but Girona still has the morale boosting winning they had last week, which they will take onto the pitch, and I believe they are going to shock us by the day.
All right, Girona to shock us. Okay, the next game is Real Betis versus Osasuna. Real Betis Osasuna. They won against Mallorca, Real Betis last weekend, and while Osasuna won against Cadiz. So both of them are coming to this game on a winning form. So who is the money on, Michael? Real Betis versus Osasuna.
Real Betis all the way. I'm seeing Real Betis winning the match all the way. I'm seeing a home win for Real Betis.
What about you, Magnificent Ade? Are you also supporting Michael?
No, no, no. I think I'll be going with Osasuna. Osasuna are very this season. I see one thing about Osasuna. Compatibility which they lacked in the previous not last season, previous season before last season. I'm seeing a new Osasuna full with passion and hunger. They have no problem in getting the goals in. You know, I think I'll be going with Osasuna this in this game.
All right, Magnificent Ade is going for a win for Sasuna. All right, the next game here on my list is Elche versus Real Sociedad. Elche drew 1-1 against Almeria last weekend, while Real Sociedad lost to Barca 1-4. So, with the money on Michael?
If I could recollect, I remember last week I was telling my last guest last week and you that I'm seeing our boy having a goal and I'm seeing a 1-1 with a tough match. I'm seeing a 1-1 at the match and I'm seeing our boy scoring the goal. And it happened. So I should get a money for that prediction bet if I'm correct. That
Yeah,
1-1. Exactly. I predicted 1-1 and our boys scoring and it two key game came that our boys scoring and a 1-1 win. And I also said that Sociedad will not come up to the game because I've seen my Mbaka coming out stronger. I was saying that if Sociedad were to beat Sociedad before, they will have stepped up and beat Baka. But I'm seeing this Baka squad coming up and coming out stronger. So concerning this game, Elche and Sociedad, I'm seeing Sociedad trying to rewrite their mistake from Barcelona game, but I'm still going to see a draw for both of them. I'm seeing a draw. Elche draw Sociedad. Thank you.
all right, I want you to draw Real Sociedad from Michael. Magnificent Ade, what's your take?
I think Real Sociedad will carry the day. They will carry the day. I'm seeing them, bouncing back from that horrible loss. From that disgraceful loss to Barcelona. Barcelona and Real Sociedad has been, they have been like neighbors. It's always a tough game when these two teams meet. But due to hungerness and passion Barcelona showed in that game, they had to bounce back from the draw they had in their first opener of the season. So I think Real Sociedad will capitalize on the fact that it has a stronger squad than the opponents. I'm urging Real Sociedad to do a magic one on this one.
Okay, Real Sociedad to do a magic one on this one from Magnificent Ade. All right, next game here is Real Vallecano versus Mallorca. Real Vallecano won against Espanyol last weekend, while Mallorca lost to Real Betis. So who's your money on, Michael? Real Vallecano versus Mallorca. Meet your mic.
I'll be going for Real Vallecano, but the game is going to be a tough one because look at the both of them; they are always fighting on the both of their neck. So I'm going for a very slight win for Real Vallecano. I'm seeing a 1-0 win, but will be a very tough game.
All right, 1-0 win. What of Magnificent Ade? What about you?
I think I'll be seeing a draw in this game. It's gonna be a draw, a low-scoring draw. You know, the both team are, they are just. I think one of them is coming from the Liga 2. If I'm right, one of them is coming from the relegation. So I see.
Yeah.
I see it's a team who wants to capitalize on a weaker team as well. So I'm seeing this as a draw. It's not going to be a high scoring match. The both team are going to put up a fight. Like Michael said, it's going to be a close one to call. Yeah, but I'll put it on draw.
All right, a draw from Magnificent Ade. All right, let's go to the next game. Almeria versus Sevilla. Almeria drew against Elche last weekend, while Sevilla also drew against Real Valladolid. So, Michael, who is the money on? Almeria versus Sevilla. Michael, meet your mic. Michael, meet your mic.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, Almeria Sevilla. This game, I'm seeing a 2-1 win to Sevilla. I'm seeing Sevilla stepping up that game. I'm seeing what is that coach again? Is it Lapotingin? What is his name again? I'm seeing him trying to talk to the boys, and I'm seeing him stepping up that game. I'm seeing a 2-1 win to Sevilla.
All right, a 2-1 win to Sevilla. What about you, Magnus? Who is your money on?
I think
Robert,
Michael has
America
said
or
it all.
Sevilla?
Sevilla all the way. Sevilla all the way.
Sevilla are playing away from home. Oh.
I know Sevilla all the way.
Okay, Sevilla all the way. All right, the next game here is Getafe versus Villarreal. Getafe lost to Girona last weekend, while Villarreal won shockingly at Atletico Madrid. So, who is your money on? Getafe versus Villarreal, Michael.
You could see what Jeremy Pillow did for Atletico Madrid last week, and you could see that Simeone game is getting up to his pattern is coming to an end gradually in La Liga. I'm also going to go for Villarreal to continue their form, but beating a strong opponent as Atletico Madrid, they want to continue with the form with Getafe. So I'll be going for a Villarreal win.
A Villarreal win from Michael. What about you, Magnus Saturday?
It's a tough one. Villarreal is in good shape right now, I know, but Getafe is a strong side. Who would like to put pressure on tough opposition, big opposition. It will be a big call to make, but at the end of the day, the team with the greatest player will come to the party, which is Villarreal, tipping our boy Chukwueze. So I'll be all out to support Villarreal on this one. It's a big call to make, but at the end of the day, I'll be tipping Villarreal to win or draw.
Villarreal to win or draw from Magnificent Ade. All right, the next one here is Barcelona versus Real Valladolid. Barcelona are coming to this game on the back of a 4-1 win at Real Sociedad, while Valladolid are coming to this game on the back of a 1-1 draw at Sevilla. So, Michael, who is your money on?
It's obvious to the blind that Barcelona will be thumping Valladolid. I'm seeing the repetition of what happened to Sociedad last week. I'm seeing another four goal thriller for Barcelona. I'm seeing Lewandowski having a goal there. I'm also seeing if Aubameyang has not gone, if he's being used, I'm seeing Aubameyang using them to cruise again.
Magnus, are you going with Michael? An easy win from Barcelona.
I think they will be docked. They will be docked by Barcelona. It's just it's just a matter of when you throw a bone to a dog. You know what happens after throwing a bone to a dog. They've seen their best friend, their wife. I think they are going to marry them at the end of the day.
The next game is Espanyol versus Real Madrid. Espanyol lost to Real Vallecano last weekend, while Real Madrid thumped Celta Vigo 4-1. Who is your money on, Michael?
You said it up. Thumping upon thumping. Barca will thump Valladolid and Madrid will be thumping Espanyol. I'm even seeing either of them scoring, either Barcelona or Madrid. One of them will have a 5-goal thriller this weekend. This weekend
Wow.
is thumping Gallo.
Magnus Saturday or meet your Mike. Who are you going for? Espanyol versus Real
Let's be
Madrid.
careful about this. Espanyol can pose a threat to these big teams. When it doesn't matter the most. I think they are one of the most stubborn team in La Liga. Espanyol can be so funny. I know Espanyol have a big rivalry with Barcelona. Don't be surprised when Espanyol shock the world. It's going to be a high scoring match. Madrid is going to score. Espanyol too is going to score. So this will be a good game. But at the end of the day, we have a man we call Benz, named by a car called Benz. Benzema is gonna have his lucky charm. But I'm not going for a thick win like Barcelona. It's gonna be a close one to call. I believe. But at the end of the day, Benzema is gonna drive them to victory.
All right. Our next game is Cadiz versus Athletic Bilbao. Cadiz versus Athletic Bilbao. Michael.
I think that game, since it's still early season, I'm seeing it going any other way around. I'm seeing it anybody can win the match because to them it's still like showing themselves what they got. So I'm still seeing anybody winning that match.
Anybody win. Michael is saying he's going for an anybody win in that match. Magnificent Ade. Cadiz versus Athletic Bilbao. Who is the money on?
Wow. Wow, this is a tough one. Athletic Bilbao are not bad, but Cadiz as well. They know how to get the result when it matters most. Like Michael had said, it's gonna be a win-win for the both of them. I'll leave it open. It's gonna be a win-win. Someone will win that game. Someone is not going to end in draw. I believe.
All right, Magnificent Ade is going for anybody to win. All right. So if you are a punter, I hope you are getting your pen and your paper, jotting out their predictions, so you can win this weekend and win good. So you can smile to the bank. The last game in La Liga is Valencia versus Atletico Madrid. Valencia are coming to this game on the back of a defeat to Atletico Bilbao, while Atletico Madrid also come to this game on the back of a loss to Villarreal. So who's the money on Michael?
If Atletico Madrid can come out the way they came out second half of that game against Villarreal, when Griezmann came in and they started stepping up that game before the second goal scooping, I think they can come up the same way and add to their intensity. I'll be going for Atletico Madrid slight win, a 2-1 win in the game for Atletico Madrid. But it should be a very tough one because both of them are coming from the back of a defeat.
2-1 win to Atletico Madrid. Magnificent Ade, who are you tipping?
I think Atletico Madrid have a slight edge over Villarreal right now. Looking at the players and their philosophy and their mentality right now, Atletico Madrid, they have to push on. The season has started. The holiday is over. Simone will try to come up with a way to balance balance what has been lost. I think it will be sad to know Simone will lose 2 games in a row. It has happened before. I'm not disputing the fact, but you won't want to see Simone losing 2 goals in a row. Atletico Madrid will find a way to outsmart Villarreal on this one. So I'll be tipping Atletico Madrid to dance to victory in this one.
All right, Atletico Madrid to dance to victory in this one for Magnificent Ade. All right, guys, we've come to the end of today's section, today's show. Thank you very much, my honorable guest. I would like to have you guys on my show again next time. If you guys permit me to have you guys on my show again. Are you guys going to come back on my show again?
And let's see how it goes, because actually, I had the privilege to be on leave. That's why I could be on for the past 2 shows. Hopefully, I'll be chanced when I resume back on Monday. So if I'm chanced, I would love to get back to the show. But it's so lovely speaking sports, talking sports, and eating sports.
Magnificent, what about you? Will I be having you back?
I think there's one thing I will appreciate. Probably if the show can be moved in the evening. In the evening we are all at home. We are all enjoying the view and all that. This afternoon I had to run into a silent zone to be able to talk sports. Football is something I can even do in the sleep. It's lovely to talk about what you love to do most in the world. World without sports is a no place. Is a no fun place. I believe sports brings people together. Football brings people together. We cheer in sports. I would love to do this one more time with you, if not more often. At least I would love to do this more time with you. And I want to be a part of growing of this channel. I've got my own channel as well. The Rich Chelsea, which I like my guys, Michael and the other guys to step on in my channel too. It's a great thing you're doing here, and I will always support you. One love. I keep up the good faith. I'll be here again. I'll make a promise. I'll be here again. I'll be here again. I promise.
All right, thank you very much.
I think I'll be supporting Ade on that.
Okay,
maybe we can shift it for benefit of us.
Yeah, I think somebody just Olamide Olalekan just said evening will be better. I think evening why I make it afternoon show is because of the view, because a lot of Nigeria can happen to any of us. We can be there will be no light for the viewing for our fans, so we want it to be in a daytime where the light is sure. Where you have good lighting, because in the night it might be no NEPA light and all of that, all those problems. So just be on the safer side we decided to, but we're still going to look at it and see maybe we can put it to something like 4 p.m. or 5.
I think 5 will be good. 5 will be good at
5
least.
is
It will be
better.
very good.
5 is better.
5 will be good.
All right, thank you very much, guys. And if you're not subscribed to Magnificent Adi has the channel called the Chelsea. What
The
what
real
what is the name?
Chelsea. The real
The Rich
Chelsea.
Chelsea. The Rich
I
Chelsea
and
channel. Yeah,
I and
you can
Nick
also.
and I and Nick and the rest of the UK guys. Nick is a Chelsea fan right from small. He's close to the Stamford Bridge. He has sources on transfer and reliable sources on. I'm going to bring them to this channel as well. We grow big together. This is a great guy. Godwin is a great guy. Michael too is also a great guy as well. So I believe with the way things are going and the way things are, we are going to grow together. I believe. Thank you.
All right, thank you very
Yeah,
much. We
thank
can
you.
support each other, follow each other, subscribe to each other's channel, and let's grow together. Please, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so now. And share this link to your friends and loved ones. You can also watch the replay of this show. It's gonna be pasted on my YouTube channel for you to rewatch if you didn't watch it live, so you can share it to others to watch live. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Goodbye,
And
guys.
sorry, please, if you can drop his link below the status, so we can also follow him also to his link, the real
All
channel.
right.
Please, you can drop it for us.
All right. The Magdalena, you can you do that?
Yeah. No, you will be the one to do that. I don't have. You are the moderator of the
All
stream,
right.
so I will send it to you. Then you can. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. Then you can drop it there
All right.
on
No
the
problem.
on the
No
comment
problem.
section.
No problem. All right, that will do that. All right, thank you guys. Love to have you guys, and thank you for those guys that followed live. Special mention to Olamide Olalekan. He has been commenting on the show. Thank you very much. We appreciate. We'd like to see you again next week. Next week, we'll be talking football
Even
again.
I have
Thank
a
you.
friend watching from India. I have a friend watching from India. Audio from India. In front of mine, Toby is
Wow,
watching from India, and I'm happy
wow,
about that.
wow, wow. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Thank you very much, Michael, for sharing. All
Thank
right,
you.
guys.
Yeah, thank you.
This will be the end of the show. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a nice weekend, guys.
Thank you. And you too.